a result, this is one of the last great wilderness areas of the world. Winter here is ruthless. Half of Siberia is encased in snow.
Hi, everybody. Testing, testing. I was
But the animals here are used.
I was on the phone doing some tech troubleshooting. So I'm a little late here, but better late than never.
As ravens greet the morning, thickly insulated Eurasian wolves shrug off the cold.
And let's get off and running. All right. Hi. Whoa, I'm very well lit. I don't even know where to look. I have so many webcams set up right now. Hey everybody, welcome back. We are, let me just turn this down a little bit. I am, whoa, not up. There it is. I'm trying to get it like right down at the bottom. Excuse me. Getting myself arranged, as it were. So, yesterday we, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn desktop down. I'm gonna turn myself up so you can hear me a little bit better. Hear ye. Alright, we're gonna continue with our alpaca side-scroller game in Scratch. For those who missed it, the video is up on the channel, and it should be under the live streams playlist. So we started a side-scroller game yesterday, so let's just do a quick review of what we actually did with the game. So I'm going up here. I have an account, and so I went to my stuff and I found my project. Mine's not currently shared because it's not done. Going to the upper right, I'm going to say see inside. Now I can see all of my code. So right now I only have these two sprites. One is the actual, landscape itself is a sprite. Now I made the mistake of making it a backdrop, but backdrops can't move in Scratch. They have no motion blocks, and I needed to move for all intents and purposes. So I have my backdrop, and then I have my llama character. So I'll just go ahead and show you what I programmed so far, and then we shall get off and running. So I made it so when I jump, I have two costumes. One's jumpy, and one is just standing there. And so you can see all like the different landscapes that I put. We have some mountains. Got a couple of hills here. And then you're just gonna see that eventually it repeats, which is fun, but you know, it's gonna get repetitive and not work very well. So I'm actually going to get started here in just a second. I'm going to put up my starting screen just for a minute, and I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's get started. So, we have to, as always, figure out what we actually want to accomplish, and then make myself less bright here. We gotta figure out what we want to accomplish, and then we have to go program it. So, right off the bat, I want to start where do I want to start? That's always a good question. Well, let's just review what costumes my scroller has. So, what we're doing today is I want to make levels for I want to make like multiple levels essentially. So I think what I want to do is basically all my my side scroller can have all of the same functionality, in which case I'm just going to duplicate the actual sprite itself and then change the costumes of the sprite to kind of look different. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to use the colors just like I have been doing before. I'm going to use the colors to change, to like make things happen. So, I do want to do a couple of other things to my llama that have to do with being able to like move up and down. So I'm gonna kind of try to figure those things out as I go. I don't like totally have a set plan, but that's also sort of the beauty of just doing some programming for fun. So I think what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go into my backdrop sprite. And I'm going to basically just go into the last costume, and I'm going to give it some sort of different colored endpoint that then I can use as like a place where my sprite will land. And then it'll trigger a bunch of actions that switch my alpaca to its new level. So we're just gonna give it a little like, it's gonna like kind of act like a pipe maybe. It's like a pipe to another, you know, like in Mario with the pipes to like when they would go to like the underground layer and stuff. That'd be cool. So that's kind of the idea. So, we may have to use a little bit of fancy footwork here. But first things first, I need a new level. So I actually have to draw my new level, in which case I'm going to just duplicate this entire sprite because I still want it to have all the same side-scrolling functionality as the first level. And if I duplicate the sprite, what's awesome is that all the code will duplicate as well. So all I have to do is go in and just change the costumes. So I'm gonna hide that level for now. And maybe I didn't do that properly. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. So now I'm just working on I just realized I have an issue because I'm using the color purple as my backdrop. So I guess whatever alright. Okay, I have a problem, but I also have a solution. So bear with me 1 second. First things first, I'm gonna go and redraw my backdrops. So I wanna be, I wanna be where the people are. I'm just kidding. If you guys know me, you know I love to randomly break into song at many points. Let's make a pink. No, we can't do a pink. We can do. Let's make like a cave, and let's make it like kind of dark. darkish. Let's give it like this sort of gray. There we go. That's nice. That's a nice color. So I'm gonna make everything this gray color. Except I'm totally gonna get rid of... I'm getting rid of this tree. Ooh. Alright, so I'm gonna take this costume and make a new... I'm actually gonna paint my own backdrop. And in which case, I'm gonna put that into the backdrop. Can I do it, is the question. I wonder if I can. Yes. Maybe? No. Hang on. Oh, I can't do it. I really thought it would let me. Alright. I'm gonna try one more thing over here. What I'm trying to do is copy that. You know what? Alright. Never mind. I'm going to make a duplicate of this and then fill it with a gray color. Also, how do I get it to make... I want it to look kind of castle-y. I don't think castle-y is a word, but that's okay. So maybe I'll have it like... have these tiles. That's not the right color. Alright, let's try this. And just so y'all know, you could spend a lot of time creating. In fact, half of what I do is just, I'm just drawing stuff. And I want it to kind of look like this weird castle. You know, like in Mario when he goes down into the basement of the castle and there's like the lava and there's all sorts of weird guys down there and the ghosts. I'm talking about Super Mario Brothers 3. For those who are wondering. Because honestly, Super Mario Brothers 3 was my jam. And still is. So mind you, this is my backdrop. This isn't my sprite. I am doing such a bad job of this. I need to work on my computer art skills. I need to take a lesson from Lori. Meanwhile, let's make this. Let's make all these a little bit lighter. Alright. So now we're down in the basement of our castle. And I'm going to change the color of this. Oops, I think I made it the wrong color though. I want it to be this blue one. There we go. Whoa, that looks really cool. And notice I can undo and redo things up here. which is kind of sweet. So this is gonna be my second level. Let's get rid of this tree. All right. So my llama is going into the basement to face some adversity. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna have it. Let's call it. Let's call it a day for now. Oops, I missed one. Whoops. Whoa. Whoops. Oh no. There it is. Alright. So, obviously my drawing skills are amazing. But what we're gonna do now is we actually excuse me. We have to program the backdrop. Sorry, the scroller. So I don't want to be able to see the backdrop 2, and I should probably go and rename it. Let's name it cave level. And then this backdrop will be level 1. All right. So I have a couple of really simple commands where I can show and hide sprites whenever I want. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into level 1, and now I'm programming. So when the flag is clicked, and in the interest of saving some space, I'm simply going to show the first level when the flag is clicked. Now, we're gonna have to wait until... Oh, how are we gonna program this? So we're gonna have to wait until we're on the backdrop 8 costume. I'm actually gonna change the name of it. Final costume. It's the final costume. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Just kidding. I love that song. We're gonna wait till we're at the final costume, and we also need to be touching pink. Those are the two things. So we're gonna use an operator that's and we're basically going to tell the level 1 sprite to wait until two things are true. And that's why I'm gonna go get this. I'm gonna go get this operator, and it's right here above or and below equals. So wait until my cost, okay. Wait until touching the color. Actually have to go get that color. I'm gonna say wait until touching the color pink. Oops, I already brought it out. Click on the color, then click the color that you want to get from the dropper, which is this pink. Kind of a Pepto-Bismol-y pink. That's good. So touching pink, and the costume number has to be equal to 8. And I am going to go back to operators and grab equals and stick it in the and. And I keep losing my train of thought. Wait until, this is why when I try to program in the afternoon, it never works as well as the mornings, because when I'm in the morning, I got a nice cup of coffee, my brain is totally engaged. Once it hits 2 p.m., I'm like, what was I doing? Anyway, we're basically going to say that the costume number is equal to costume number or costume name. Let's do costume number because that's easier. So that's costume number 6. You can check what costume it is by going over to this the left hand side and just checking the number real quick. So that's 6. So costume number, and I just type in the number 6. And then I want to hide, and I'm going to have to send a broadcast message to the other sprite. So I'm basically calling out to the other sprite like, hey, so there's 2 parts of broadcast. There's broadcast and receive. So this sprite's gonna broadcast level 2, and the other sprite's it's gonna hide, and then the other sprite's gonna receive the message level 2, and it's going to show and then go back to its first costume, etc. So there's a lot of things in the process, but we can break it down one by one. So, this sprite's going to hide and send a message, and we can do that from events. We're gonna broadcast, and it's not gonna be message 1. I'm gonna make a new message, and I'm gonna call it level 2. So what I'm going to do now, excuse me, is go to the cave level and tell it to hide when the flag is clicked. And then when it receives level 2, to show. And then let's go test it to see if it works. Oh, it already doesn't work. And you know why? Because a couple things are wrong. First of all, in my backdrops, when the flag is clicked, I want my backdrop to switch to the first one. So I automatically need switch backdrop to. And I should be better about naming these. Level 1. Level 2. Now bear in mind, this has nothing to do with your code. except for it's going to be easier to recognize the names of your backdrops and levels. It's just a way of staying organized. Okay, awesome. Now, now I'm clicked on level 1. I need it to switch to its first costume. And I also need it to go to a certain coordinate on the XY axis. So, I'm going to tell it to switch costume when the flag is clicked. I guess that's backdrop 3. And it needs to go to, so let's do that. Okay. And it needs to go to this coordinate specifically. Now I'm going to drop it where I want it to go. I'm going to pull out the motion block, go to, and it's already going to be in the proper place. So let's test it now. So where's my, I lost my sprite. My sprite's nowhere to be found. Oh, my llama's down. Whoops. There we go. My alpaca was lost. I lost my alpaca. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Alright. We're prancing. We're prancing. Uh-oh. Something's wrong. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe I just, I don't know. Maybe it glitched. It's glitching! No, it's okay. I'm just kidding. So, when I get to this pink thing, I'm hoping the code works. Okay. I have failed. It doesn't work. You know why? Can anyone, if I was teaching a class right now, I'd be like, alright, why doesn't this code work? Well, look what level I'm on. I'm sorry, look what sprite I actually programmed this for. I programmed it on the wrong sprite. So I'm going to take this piece of code and drop it into the alpaca and detach it from that. So I'm just going to give it a quick green flag, and then we're going to test it out again. Because I want it so the alpaca is touching pink and the costume number is 6, hide, and then broadcast level 2. So let's test it out. I'm prancing, prance, prance, prance. That is so weird why it's repeating that. I don't know. We'll work out that glitch later. I mean, it's not bad, it's just not what I want. Okay then. Prancing, prancing, prancing. I could just fly. Alright, it still didn't work. Let's figure out why. Oh. You know what? And the costume name, not of the alpaca, but of level 1. Do I have a block for that? You know what, do I really even need that? At this point, I don't need it. I'm just gonna say touching pink. So we're gonna hide. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna broadcast level 3, We're not hiding the alpaca. Sorry, level 2. We're not hiding the alpaca, we're hiding the level 1 sprite. So I'm gonna say when I receive level 2, hide. Alright. Here we go. Oh no, I hid my alpaca. Excuse me. So I guess I gotta show the alpaca. Okay. Here I go. Moment of truth, guys. I should make it so he can't fly. Okay, hey, it worked. Now I need to make the backdrop say when it receives level 2 to switch the backdrop. Uh-oh. So now I'm gonna run into an issue with my gravity. Because the alpaca was using the color. The alpaca was using the color purple. And now I don't have the color purple in this level. So a couple of things I could do here is I could put back the color purple, which is probably my best bet. Or I could have one program stop running. No, let's just put some purple in the backdrop. So, let's make some purple lines. Shall we? Computer drawing skills on point. So, the reason that I'm doing this is because I programmed the alpaca to sense purple, and that's what it uses for gravity, so it won't react to the ground unless the ground is purple. So that's why I'm just quickly going over these. Anything that has like that the alpaca can land on. I'm gonna make purple just for the sake of simplicity. All right, there we go. My little mountain area. Also gonna maybe make these into something a little different looking. It's really beautiful. I'm so good at this. And then we're gonna make this something totally different. Alright, so let's go back and play it and see if it works. Oh, one thing I didn't do is I didn't put my alpaca back. Also, I kind of want this backdrop to be not that color. Nope, 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 nope. 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 Alright, I like that better. Whoa, I'm blind. Blinded by the light. Right, so I want my alpaca to start here, which means when I program him, I'm going to say when the flag is clicked, go to... That's not where I wanted him. Go to XY coordinate. Why is it not? There we go. So let's give it a try, shall we? Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum, bouncing along. Bobbing along. I used to sing to my students, and they hated it. They're like, stop singing. I'm like, but it's fun. Oh, we forgot one. But it looks like it's sort of working. Okay. Well, it's gonna have to jump over those levels. Because otherwise, it's not gonna work. Alright. Well, it actually does look pretty good so far. Right, not too shab. I'd say that's a decent place for us to stop. There's a lot of things that we can definitely do in the future. We can add another level. We could add coins that you have to collect. We could add a boss. Yeah, we could do like a thing where you reach the final level and then you have to fight a boss. That's really cool. So, and that's very Mario-esque. Oh, hey, fellow DAE pals. Yeah. I mean, the whole point of it, though, is to, like, run into a problem and then you have to solve it. It's good life lessons. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. We're gonna try to do this in bite-sized chunks. 'Cause this is such a fun project, but you could literally spend all day on it. 'Cause there's a lot to do and a lot of stuff to know. So, and a lot of problems to run into and then, you know, to be able to solve. So, that's gonna be it for today. Stay tuned every weekday, 10 a.m. 2 p.m. Live streaming hangouts with our staff at the Digital Arts Experience. And if you guys want to learn more about online classes at the DAE, specifically for kids and teens, group classes, group hangouts, Minecraft hangouts, classes in Westchester, feel free to click the links below and go to our website, thedae.com, to learn more, and we will see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome, awesome day.